Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today I'm continuing on with the pruning and repottings. And this is a bear of a project. I got these as a gift from someone retiring that was taking care of an estate about an hour away. And there were two 80-year-old Japanese maples on the property, and these little babies would sprout out below. And he was going to do a little project to sell on the side. And he decided, you know what, I don't have time, and you want them, you got them. So of course I wanted them. Love that green trunk. They look like they took to winter well. Lots of little weeds and stuff in there, but since we're repotting them, I didn't mess with removing any of that. I think what I want to do is do one really large planting, maybe with say 25, 30 of them, and then maybe a couple of the well-developed ones or really cool trunk lines naturally. I'll separate those, and then maybe some small group plantings. I don't want to use 70-something plastic nursery pots. I certainly don't have the terracotta pots, nor do I want to move that many pots around. So that's why I've done a bunch of forests over the past couple years, combine some trees, make my life a little easier. So we're going to figure that out together. That's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, so all the leaves are in there. I just left everything going into winter. Natural protection, I would imagine. Lots of buds on all these. A lot down low, so might do some really small ones. Just a sparkling water out here. No beer. I'm too on duty with JJ and/or Stella at any given time. It's funny, any parents out there with 2 kids or more, I'm sure can relate, where like going to work is the easiest part of your day. Ooh, this one's really nice. Got a split down low early on. It's nice and strong. Right here. Yeah, that definitely deserves its own pot. Ooh, and then that one behind it. That one's got some nice movement already. How lucky do I feel? These are so hard to find and so expensive. And to have this many. I have a few different Japanese maples of different species, but they do grow so slowly. I don't have a ton of work done on them personally. I'm just kind of poking around here, not accomplishing anything. I think this is the one that I'm going to, it's about half full. I think I'm going to dig into this one first. Let's get this guy out the way. Oh wow, so this thing got attacked by the mice too. If you've seen my channel, I had a lot of that last year, not this year, but this one, it survived all of that grinding down because these are nice new buds. So I'll take out the dead main trunk. I thought it was a weed, seasonal weed. Thinking these are little volunteer Rosa Sharon, because those things blow around and can grow in anything. I'm just going to pull them out. Birch, they're little birches. I have plenty of birch. so kind of criminal, but I couldn't pull them out. I'm just nipping them off. Cool. Another one that's tiny, but it survived a mouse, so. Alright, let's get it out. Guess I'll grab one of the more dominant ones. Boom, boom. This is a really nice nursery pot, seed pot. Tons of little holes. It's really sturdy plastic. It's not like that thin plastic seed starter rectangular things that you get in every store, and if you're lucky they last that season. You have to be careful if you're carrying them. They're heavy, they buckle. Those are real nice. So let's take a peek. Not too bad. He said they were, 1 and 2 year olds when I got them. That was nearly 2 years ago. So 3 and 4 year olds now. Tray out the way. Just start working my way down. Maybe if I loosen them up like this, I could kind of pull them separate without disturbing the roots too much. I'd rather not have to chop them away from each other. Being medium gentle if you haven't done this before. You got to get through, but I'm not just hacking, so I take off unnecessary roots. I should have left the turntable to cover the center hole on the table, and then I could save all the soil and pop it right into the kiddie pool next to me, which I pull soil from, and I recycle the soil from these plantings, so it goes down a little, then grows a little bit, and I'm hoping that it lasts me for all these repottings. I just can't justify doing fresh bonsai soil. There's a baby, came out. Fresh bonsai soil, every time I gotta repot all these trees, it just gets really expensive. I would imagine. I've only bought small amounts of bonsai soil before I realized it was too pricey for my blood. Tried to make some of my own, but really I've just gone back to heavy perlite and more or less recycled topsoils and things of that nature. Peat mosses. Definitely not like lava rocks and akadama and the good stuff that you see true bonsai artists using. Alright, that kind of came apart nicely. Got this chunk without any trees in it. What's that in the mix? Some little leaves in there. I don't care. It's all good. Alright. So we got one here. Let's see how they come out. I'm going to try to leave as much of the soil they're in around the roots as possible. There is a Japanese bonsai or Acer bonsai guy on Instagram, and I believe YouTube too. United States soldier, I believe retired, Native American. He's done some really cool photos lately, so by my description, you probably know who the hell I'm talking about. Anyways, he has serious skills with these. And you would think that I really got all over his channel and learned a lot before doing this, but I did not. However, if you're into doing the extra research, you got that time and maybe only a few trees, I say absolutely do your due diligence. I'm going Marine Corps style, which is, 200 times the speed. Maybe 80% correct is okay. 200% of speed, twice as fast. I tell you, approaching Jared Jr. being born, I was confident in Laura's health and the baby and the hospital we were going to, so obviously I had nerves for it, was think about it, but things like this, these and the other repots that I had looming, I was honestly really pensive about them in January and February, thinking, man, I have so many to do, and I just had to keep waiting. It's driving me nuts. So I'd say I was a little more concerned. There it is. Look at that one. A little more concerned with these and confident elsewhere. The reason for that is, of all of the bonsai skills, repotting is where I've had, I'd say, the most tragedy. Early on, I lost a lot of seedlings, maybe from repotting too early. I've done it in the wrong season before I learned correctly. Indoor, outdoor trees like citrus. I treated some scale on a bunch of citrus about 4 or 5 years ago, and then I repotted at the same time like a jerk while they were under stress. So I basically cleaned all the scale off them, pruned them, repotted them, and put them in really pumicey bonsai soil, and I lost like all but one. It was just totally my own fault. Doing it all too much, doing it not at the right time. So with that being said, I feel like I've gotten better, but I'm definitely the most apprehensive and careful, and I avoid repotting as much as possible. I would much rather do an extra prune in a season than, say, repot every year. If this goes well, it's been 3 years since I've repotted all these trees in various sizes and species, then I will reset the clock for another 3 years. If it doesn't go so well, I'll probably do it at 2 years and assume that I let them get too far along before addressing it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 in this pot survives. All right, a little less than I was thinking, but who knows, I might have missed a couple. I might count it. All right, cool. So I'm gonna pick out some pots, and then we'll come back. All right, so here we go. We've got 3 of the larger ones. I'm gonna pop in that pot. 3 medium going in here. My favorite one that caught all my attention right here by itself. Another 3 nice sized ones, all similar, more vertical than anything else. And then we have, I miscounted, lucky 13. and here. So that's 3, 3, 3, and 1 is 10, and 13. So, all right, 23 trees. So I was 2 off. I knew we'd find a couple more. All right, so I'm gonna hyperlapse it and get the potting these up. All right, y'all, I have no idea where that cut out. I got a low battery, and I don't know, my phone acts funny in hyperlapse. But got them all potted up, spread the way I like them. This guy, these are all like the little slow growers, the little babies, and the mouse snacks. All 13 of them. And boom, boom. I'm just gonna get these watered, get them into the garage. Oh, you like that one? Okay, so it's a little bit later. My phone died when I was filming. So I got all the other ones potted up, and then this one I took out. I pruned the roots, put in some fresh soil in the bottom, and pretty much just left them in that exact shoot. They weren't that exact sheet and order that they were in, like sheet of trees with their roots touching. So I pruned off the long ones, put them back in there, and I've just never seen a Japanese maple forest like with this many Japanese maples. So why not go for it? Makes my life a little more simple. The roots weren't insane. So I already watered it in. Hey baby, you say hi, Stella? No, I put her hat on sideways. Oh well, that's the cool way. She's rocking it the cool way. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna get up out of here. All those Japanese maples are done. I feel good about that, even though technically I only got 2 repottings done since they started in 2 pots total. But nonetheless, I'm pleased. So I'll probably end up pruning those in a couple weeks, and I'll make a video if you were wondering that. So here they go back in the garage to protect from the extreme cold for the next, not extreme cold, but below freezing. So I'll let the roots chill in a little bit warmer temperatures on that shag carpet in there. So I'm Jared Paul, and for my family, yours, cheers.